think Erica Kirk was completely justified in accepting this honorary doctorate, and I'm not being sarcastic. I probably should have started because I do sarcasm. I do a lot of sarcasm.
I wanted to go to West Point. I didn't get in.
Did you know Charlie Kirk actually wanted to go to college at one point, that he applied? I had no idea. I'm learning so many things.
I told my parents I would take a gap year. A really amazing mentor by the name of Bill Montgomery, may he rest in peace.
Some of y'all are going to go all conspiracy on that, aren't you? That guy and the obstetrician. Your mind's already going. I know you.
He said, Charlie, you shouldn't go to college. I was like, that's the most radical thing someone could say. So that idea was planted in my head. In his own words, he sensed an entrepreneurial gift and skill that I had.
I see. Okay.
You have to go build. He said,
as someone who wasn't the least bit familiar with Turning Point USA, to hear Erica continuously say build, talking about building and entrepreneur, which just the way it's like babies, the way she said babies and entrepreneur just bugged me. So it's interesting to know where that came from. I mean, it's still going to annoy the hell out of me, but
you have a drive, you have a passion, you have a relentless kind of spirit. And he says, you shouldn't go to college.
I didn't agree with about 85% of what Charlie Kirk said, but my God, he was articulate. Comparing that to Erica is just night and day.
However, it was the greatest gift ever from the Lord.
A lot of people, myself included, immediately took note of how little Erica Kirk says Jesus and tends to say the Lord. Some people have said she never says Jesus. She does. I've heard her say that. But apparently that's just their lingo.
I took the gap year, and to your credit, which is no one's ever put this together, all my friends were in college. So I would start visiting my friends in colleges.
You see how interesting it is to put things together? Sometimes people are wondering like why I like putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Charlie gets it. Got it. Squirrels. Squirrel. I don't think they know each other. They're chasing each other off.
I wish that we would have done this podcast last week.
Last week?
Well, because the U.S. Senate just every Democrat voted against that bill.
No, and this, I want to hear this.
Which is this, that the Democrats, you guys will tend to view an incident through an oppressor-oppressed lens.
Yeah.
It's your training. It comes from college. It comes from,
That's who Charlie was, and this is who Erica is.
You had some fun words for Governor Newsom. I have to read these tweets because they're amazing and they're so funny.
Oh, Gabby Poo, it only gets worse from here for you, buddy. It's the end of the road for you, my love.
Blah, blah, blah. Now, that's a room full of young women who look up to Erica Kirk, and that was divisive as hell. And that's all she does. That is literally all she does. She can say Jesus or the Lord, but none of those. There's no fruit of that in her life at all.
Please welcome to the stage, Larry Arnn.
He became a friend of mine because I interrogated him one time. 19-year-olds are my specialty. I asked him some questions he couldn't answer. And he was already becoming famous. And I noticed his reaction. He said, what should I do? And I said, well, you have to suffer. If you want to grow, you have to suffer. Hard to learn. Into the night. Start with the Bible. Read the classics. Study the founding of America. In those places, you will find that there's a ladder that reaches up toward God. And at the bottom of it is the ordinary good things that are around us everywhere. If we can call them by their names, they have being. And the beings of the good things are figments of God. You will find that article in Aristotle. You will find it in the Bible. You will find it in Madison and Jefferson. How do I learn that? He said. And I said, you have to suffer. You have to study. You have to think. I thought I'd never hear from him again. Within a month, he got hold of my cell phone number and he texted me a copy of a certificate of completion of a Hillsdale College online course. He would go on to do that 31 times. We will miss him dearly. He can't be replaced. You know, a good thing is a thing that has being. An assassin is not a thing that has being. The assassin must give up his humanity to destroy something that has being. Charlie lives on. The assassin will die. My wife, who's here with me today, and I have set up a scholarship in the hope that Charlie's children will go to a good college. I have one in mind. And this May the 9th, Erica doesn't know this yet, we are going to give Charlie and Erica the greatest respect a college can give. An honorary degree. Charlie, you see, has suffered enough. He's gone to the Lord. He deserves his reward. Thank you.
It's so freeing.
This is why I think Erica has no reason to explain herself regarding accepting this doctorate. It's, yeah, if they start calling her Dr. Kirk, this elderly gentleman, however, has not caught on to the fact that we're in this age of Epstein, heightened awareness of, and his language. I didn't edit this at all.
He became a friend of mine because I interrogated him one time. 19-year-olds are my specialty.
Told you.
I asked him some questions he couldn't answer, and he was already becoming famous. And I noticed his reaction. He said, "What should I do?" And I said, "Well, you have to suffer. If you want to grow, you have to suffer."
For someone to grow emotionally, spiritually, you learn through the hard times. But I think he's just talking about hitting the books, learning.
Into the night, start with the Bible, read the classics, study the founding of America. In those places, you will find that there's a ladder that reaches up toward God. And at the bottom of it is the ordinary good things that are around us everywhere. If we can call them by their names, they have being. And the beings of the good things are figments of God. You will find that article in Aristotle. You will find it in the Bible. You will find it in Madison and Jefferson. How do I learn that? He said. And I said, you have to suffer. You have to study. You have to think. I thought I'd never hear from him again. Within a month, he got hold of my cell phone number and he texted me a copy of a certificate of completion of a Hillsdale College online course. He would go on to do that 31 times.
In the few colleges of scam debates I've seen, I haven't seen him acknowledge that, sense of satisfaction of completing something, learning something new, and getting a certificate. It kind of seems like, since that's his experience, that he,
a good thing is a thing that has being. An assassin is not a thing that has being. The assassin must give up his humanity to destroy something that has being. Charlie lives on. The assassin will die.
That is not theologically or biblically sound, and he's the president of a Bible college, so I don't know why he's saying that. Also, when Jesus was on the cross and he forgave the criminal that was next to him, that guy could have been a murderer for all we know. So there is redemption to be found. But he said that, and the audience is all cheering.
And this May the 9th, Erica doesn't know this yet, we are going to give Charlie and Erica the greatest respect a college can give, an honorary degree.
I would argue it's not particularly respectful for those who have actually attended and paid tuition, but...
Charlie, you see, has suffered enough. He's gone to the Lord. He deserves his reward. Thank you.
That was very sweet and poetic, and I wouldn't compare salvation to a degree, but of course Erica's not going to turn that down. The reception Erica received at this thing was tepid at best. Yes, tepid. 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 I was just curious which Erica was going to show up.
Hey everybody, what a crazy...
I don't think that woman has ever not played to the camera.
Hey, let's go on a date to Bill's Burgers. I'd be like, I am so sorry. I thank you, but no, we're not doing that. You were a stay-at-home mom and all this stuff. That's what you should go back to doing or something like that. Yes, he was Charlie Kirk to the world, and I know so many people love my husband, and I am grateful for that.
Grateful for that? It doesn't have anything to do with her.
But this is my husband.
Mine. Mine.
Sometimes I'm in the middle of recording and one of you guys will place an order to our company, Think Happy Stuff. I love it when that happens.
Thank you to Dr. Arn, your beautiful wife, Penny. You guys have been there from the darkest moments of my life, so thank you for that.
Oh, all the personalities are narcissistic.
To all of you here, parents.
To all of you.
On a lighter note.
All she did was mention that she's hurting deep down inside somewhere. Lighter note, the story still involves her dead husband, so I guess the bar is pretty low.
Yesterday was my wedding anniversary.
Her beauty pageant smile for an applause break that never came. She didn't get an applause break in any of this.
I couldn't help but think of a funny story to share with you.
Spoiler, it's not that funny.
Through, I had obviously a lot of pain, but when we got married and we went to our honeymoon the next day.
That picture wasn't supposed to show up until later. That's Blake Neff.
We decided for our honeymoon that it would be a disconnected honeymoon, meaning no computers, no cell phones.
Referring to any honeymoon as disconnected is on par with naming a tour make heaven crowded.
Plan out what our family life would look like.
I'm thinking it didn't. I don't have the balls to say it.
What type of parents we want to be.
Bet that involved her staying home with the kids, which I really don't care if she does or not.
Type of spouse we want to be.
All topics you would think they would cover in their premarital counseling.
All of a sudden, I hear Dr. Arndt's voice. A few more certificates I have to get for my online courses at Hillsdale. We're almost there.
So what I hear her saying is that it's the first day of her honeymoon and they had this agreement and he already broke it.
But I enjoyed it because I was learning about Churchill too.
Says the woman who claims to have both a magna and summa cum laude. She tells on herself constantly.